Hi everyone, Ken Larson here from Smart House Electric, taking you through how to change a Ergoline Passion main fan. And first you take your end caps off here that covers the lamp ends. Of course here before that you have to take your acrylic off, but that's something we already have in an earlier video, the review of this bed, how to do that. Then we need to take all the lamps out of the bottom. I certainly recommend doing that, and I always take it in groups of 4. That makes it easy to control, and of course not bang them too hard against one another. That will be a good thing. Then the front has to come off, and it sits with 5 screws that you just kind of back halfway out. They are the Ergoline 4mm Allen key size. So gotta loosen all 5 up so that we can take the front off. Once we got the 5 screws out, we can now lift up on the front and simply lift it off like that, and we're gonna put that off to the side. Then you got 4 screws usually screwed down into the leg that's holding down the bench. There can be 6 if the installer was very diligent, and so the 2 last screws will be underneath that bar you see going down the middle. So if you can't get it off after this part here that I'm going to show you now, if it's still hanging on to the bed, you might have to remove that bar. So you're going to remove the back screws here of the bellow. The bellow is that rubber gasket harmonica thing that goes between the canopy and the stand. So you lift that up and out. So there's a couple of screws there that's going to attach the metal part that the bellow goes into to the bench. And that is really what we want to get to, so that can be loosened up so we can pull actually the bench off of the machine and access that fan. So here we go. And in this case here, the box that came with the fan, I think that's a pretty good one to use. And just simply pull it off the edge there. Yeah, all of a sudden it just went there. So, but you get the idea. Not always am I perfect in every movement I do, but this is pretty much a very good way to do it. So unplug the fan, and now there is 4 screws, also again the Ergoline 4mm Allen, and you also just screw those out halfway. There's 2 on each side. They sit on this rubber shock mount, and now you can simply just pull the fan out. So take the shock mounts off and screw them into the new fan, just like that. Alright. Yeah, that could have been shortened a little up, I guess, but alright. So skip a little quick forward all of a sudden, I guess. Getting the fan in can tease it a little bit, but you just get it into the top one first, and then you screw down the screws, make sure you plug in the fan, and then you push back the bench in the very end. Before you put the bench on, you could test the machine just to make sure that your fan is actually working. And so as you can see here, now it's just doing everything in reverse. Get everything screwed down. Once you have that screwed down, I took a little different order here. You could do that as well. So you put the the front cover back on here. Get that down in. And I always, when I tie down the front cover, I always start just from one side. I don't start in the middle. That's what works for me. And like that, and make sure you tie it down really hard. Just want to make sure you get this front cover to sit on tightly. And and again, groups of 4, that's how I do it. I always start on the furthest away part so that I don't have to risk crushing lamps with my stomach as I lean way far into the machine to put the last lamps in. And so we gotta attach our screws there in the back first, and now we're almost done. Let's put the bellow back on, and that's how I change that fan, and I find that a lot easier than anything else. You certainly will have a hard time getting it out through the front. So this gives you a lot of space, and good luck with your fan replacement. Thank you for watching.